Random guy here, and today is day 53, baby. I have a washing machine here on the side, so I hope it's not too disturbing. And this is my mic. We can see it. So today was a great day. I woke up really early. Even though I went to sleep quite late yesterday, but I showed up. I made money, and I changed my routine a bit. Straight after work, I went to the gym, even though I wasn't really full of motivation and energy at the time, but I just pushed it through. I did the legs. Legs are the hardest, the hardest workout that you can, especially for me. When you go into the gym, I know we're gonna do legs, you're being a little bit resistant, but that was good, and the workout was good. It waked me up. I came back home, and I decided to kind of sleep for like 20-30 minutes. End up napping for 1 hour, and I needed that because I just slept maybe for 4 hours or something like that, and it wasn't enough for me. So I woke up and I straight away jumped to the program, and I almost finished the program on emotional healing, and I'm going to grab my certificate really soon, so I can start working with people and helping them. And I realized that the thing that I was learning, it's not that it's very simple. You just gotta get experience with it, and I've been on the other side. I've been I received the help with the same techniques, so I have an idea of how it should be, how the help should be, how the help should be given by what's the word, by the coach. It's not even like coaching thing, but by the therapist, right? And how the therapy actually helps. So I have experienced this myself. I know how strong it is and how easy it is to get rid of the memory and change the memory, change the belief that that the memory holds, and everything just switches and turns around after the memory, after emotion is detached from the memory. So they are not together, they're not bothering you, they're not putting you in a hypnosis state where you just like think of get the feeling or emotion of of the unconscious emotion in some situations where you're just like, oh, it seems like I was there before, and you start getting anxious or acting in the way as it happened already, and just you being completely the same person as you were a long time ago. So being not new, you're not being fresh in the moment, you're not seeing the world as it is. You're just simply perceiving the world from the lens of the past, and that is very limiting thing in itself. So I have certainty and confidence when I talk about this thing, because this thing helped me a lot, and it's not just a technique that I'm going to acquire and just going to use and experiment. I've been on the other side. I've learned so much from it. So that's an exciting thing for me. The guy who's teaching me to this technique is a strange dude. I don't really think that it's good, but I'm still gonna get that knowledge. I'm gonna get certified, and I'm gonna roll with it and get experience along the way. So I'm happy with it. I'm going to finish it soon, and what other thing that I've done today, which is really important, I have decided how I'm going to execute. Because when the day starts, I ask myself, okay, I gotta be working. But you're just not gonna be doing random things. You gotta have a clear target. When you have a target, you have to figure out, okay, how I'm going to get there. So before I used to, I'm gonna close the window. Before I used to have a target, like I set a target, and that target just simply disappeared, like used to disappear from my head, because you get into the normal routine, and you just forget about where you're going, and that target simply disappears, and you have space for another target and for another goal, and some random idea comes along, and you're just like, okay, I'm going that way. And I found myself jumping from one thing to another. And right now, when I write my goals, when I write my target on a piece of paper every single evening and every single morning, I'm just like, I'm having this clear picture of where I'm going, and stayed for me already almost for 2 or 3 weeks. So that's pretty strong, and I'm building that intention. I'm going there, and for me to get there, to get where I want to go, I need to know how to get there. Having a target is great, but you have to know how to reach a target. So today, I have this feeling in my chest that, like, I was listening to the lectures of the training that I'm trying to complete, and I was having this feeling like, okay, something is not solved, something is not sorted, And I paused the video, I jumped to my notepad, and I asked myself, what's going on? I said, like, okay, you want to work hard. What is your work? What are you going to, like, tell me what you're gonna do to get there? And I listed all the things, and I realized, break down, literally reverse engineered my target, and I realized what will get me there, what will build my brand, what will spread the word, and how I'm going to get those clients and those customers, so they come to me, and they ask me to work with them, and I listed the stuff that I need to do every day to grow my business, and many things might unfold in the future, and it might change a little bit, but I have a starting point, and I feel strong with it. So now I'm kind of clear on what I gotta do, and I think I'll be more effective and more precise on the work that helps my business grow. And what else I want to share? So, mapping the plan, execution plan on getting the target, it relieved me a lot, and right now I know what I gotta do and how to do it. So that's great. Okay, other thing, desire. And today when I came back, I watched the videos for like 1 hour and a half, and then I had a strong desire to kind of leave the house. It was raining outside, was raining, and I thought, like, I want to go out, I want to experience something, I was craving for that emotion, and I just wanted to kind of move, like sitting in a taxi and then going to the gym, moving a bit, and coming back home, and sitting by the laptop and just learning stuff. It's just like so, settled and boring, and I needed to move, so I went out, and maybe I gotta be more disciplined. Maybe I gotta persist and resist from going somewhere, because the minute I left the house, I spent 3 hours outside, and I could use that time, and for work, so I can move a little bit closer, and not a little bit, but I can make a big leap towards and and get way closer to the target, you know. So I've decided yesterday, me and my girl, we decided to create our environment where we work to be more entertaining, more pleasurable to be in. Because when you're staying in a dark room, you know, the room is usually not dark, but when the sun is hiding behind the clouds, it's very like dark and like cold environment, and I want to make it more entertaining and more funny, you know, so we can like enjoy it. We need to go. We want to have this desire where we rushing back home to get shit done. So I think that will work, and we'll implement this tomorrow. So I just gotta keep showing up, and I just gotta be out there. After I finished driving taxi, I need to come back and just show up and do things and move things and like literally move my business, you know. And I gotta keep sane. I gotta keep myself sane, because you know, seeing those big players like pushing every day, like moving on, and I'm not even sure if they like really moving that fast, or their stuff is helping them. Of course their stuff is helping them, but you know, I'm interested how much of work they get done themselves, you know. And always comparing myself, my day of work with their day of work that I didn't even know. So it puts me in this place where I'm like, okay, I'm not enough. I haven't done enough. And so far I know that I haven't, but I just want to know what that enough, how that day of work where I'm like sitting, you know, in my chair after everything is done late in the evening and say, day was I killed this day. I want to know how this day should look like, you know. So I'm just gonna, I gotta figure out how this day should look like, or I just probably need to do stuff. And sometimes I feel like, you know, things should be taking less time, but things usually take time, and you know, it doesn't happen that fast. So especially when you're working by yourself. But I think from now on, I've got my execution plan, and things will be more structured and more more effective. And I just gotta be, you know, I still have this little bit of, you know, maybe I'm not perfect. Maybe I should like learn a little bit more. Maybe I should, you know, I just gotta be showing up. No more being perfect. No more being, you know, I'm ready. No more. Just gotta show up. Gotta produce. You know, even if I don't have like tons of content to share, it's better to make it, you know, rather than just not make it. It's better to put it out there, and you know, some content. Like, let's assume 70% of successful content is way better. Even 50% of successful content is way better than none of the content, you know. So I just got to be showing up. I gotta be helping people, and and the long journey is a long road is in front of me. So I gotta be, I've been waiting for so long to get to that perfect place, and the more I go, the more I realize that there is no such a place. You gotta show up, you gotta embrace imperfection, and you gotta do whatever it takes. It's better to showing up and doing whatever rather than just not showing up and like having this regret of not putting things out. So this video is probably not the greatest video in the world, and maybe it doesn't give that much of value, but I'm sharing my journey, I'm being authentic, and at the end of the day, I did this video, and I know people will really want to do this kind of stuff, but they don't do, because they wait until the English will be perfect, they wait until they get, they wait until they become successful, they wait until they have better opportunity, they wait until they until they're gonna be more confident and have higher self-esteem. There's no reason to wait, and if you're waiting, the minute you decide to start, if you're waiting, someday you will start, and you're gonna end up at this beginning stage. So it's better to start shooting videos now, and after 2 years delete 600 videos, but already by the time you will have so much of confidence and so much of experience to produce such a high quality of content, so you won't so you could start, and you will not be in the beginner stage. You will be at the place where you can where you already have made a lot of videos, and the process in itself will take you to the places where you will be presented so many different opportunities through the journey. But if you're gonna wait, you're just gonna start at that little beginner stage that you have in your head, and the way you imagine it to be, this is how it's going to be, but it's gonna be way years later, like way after. So it's better just to do it and improve on the way. And as long as you're being comfortable with your vulnerabilities, you're gonna get through. If you failing, you're not doing right, you think that you're not doing right and trying to hide it and push it on the side and just pretend that everything is okay, it's not gonna be great. You just gotta be authentic, and you gotta be moving and progressing. Okay, so I raised my target from 3,000 to 15,000. I realized I'm already making 1,500, and I gotta raise it up, and 3 grand wasn't really motivating me, to be honest. It was just the reward was not enough, and I just needed to like double my income, and I could double it by working more. And if I could double it by starting a business and running a business, that little money will literally keep me thinking small. And I noticed that I'm thinking of way smaller ways of achieving that target. Like, okay, I'm just gonna get clients who can pay me $50 a month, $50 per session. I'm gonna have like 2 clients a day. I'm going to have 14 clients, and I'm going to have 14 clients a week, and that was a lot of work, a lot of quantity, and not much of reward. And right now I have to make $500 a day, and I gotta be thinking bigger. I gotta be, okay, how can I close 3 people worth of 5 grand? Like, that puts me in a different place. My brain starts like, okay, 500, it's no, It's not a lot. It's okay. You know, we're gonna find a way to make 500. We're gonna produce quantity and quality. So people will watch my videos. People will watch my content. It'll be so good. I'm gonna say it again. It'll be so good. They will not be able to ignore whatever I'm sharing. You know, so they will find me, and they will find a way to pay that $5,000. If I'm going to expect them to pay me only $50, I'm just gonna be like, I'm just gonna be lazing around. For now, my target it excites me, and it requires more of the quality from me. So that is good. That is good. I still need to digest that, but that is good. That is good. You know, this target is it's decent. So like I said, you know, today I had a good day, but I feel like I haven't done enough, and working is not enough. Like I've realized that working is not enough, man. Like working, you can be working all day. You can sit by the computer and pretend, oh my God, I'm working so hard. I'm getting things done. Like I'm great. Like you're doing nothing, man. You're just working. You're just like, okay, I'm here. It's about producing and how quickly you can move through the day and get things like, give things least of the time and make them fast. You know, how you can be that beast, you know. How can I produce 3 videos of the content a day, you know? Not one. How can I take one page and expand from one page, you know? How can I, you know, create a presentation for one page? Like, how can I, what are the ways that can, you know, save me 3 to 10 years? How can I, what kind of person I got to become? How can I be more effective on what I'm doing, you know? How can I be, more efficient and use the time, you know? Use the time, not being the time and wait until it's gonna pass. Because if I'm gonna move the way I'm moving right now, like I know I'm gonna improve, but if I'm gonna move the way I move right now, it's gonna be a little bit too slow, and I gotta be, you know, I gotta question every single thing that I think and every single thing that I do, you know. And before I do something like this, okay, I want to do this, and it will take 1 hour to read a book. How can I read, you know, this book right here? Okay, let me try. Okay, I'm just gonna pick a random book. Okay, how can I produce a content from this little page here? So, in this book, you know, there's they talk about, you know, enemies and the war, and you know, I can talk about illusion of the enemy, illusion of attack, and that people not really attacking us. You know, when we go into life situations, no one's ever threatening you. You are threatening yourself because you perceive that they think about you in a way that is negative, and you think that they are threatening you, but they're not. They're just looking at you, and you imagine them to think that. And I can literally create like 5 bullet point presentation and give it the next 10 minutes. So that is, you know, that is speed. That is speed. Okay, let's pick another book. Okay, Lead Without a Title by Robin Sharma. Let's read something else. You don't need a title to be a leader. So it talks about mastery. Even if you mopping the floor, we got to be mopping the floor at your best. You got to be excellent at what you do. And I can talk about things, little things that presents bigger things. So for example, if you washing your dishes and you're doing them like 70%, not being clean enough, that means that will reflect on other things in your work. So when you cleaning your head, you're probably gonna leave some stuff behind. You're not gonna look at it. So I can talk about how little things represent big things. Okay, so now it talks, look at the future. Look at the horizon of the future. There's so many people that are stuck in the past. Do not be afraid to change the old rules. Every time rethink your working style. And always ask, how can I improve my work efficiency? How magical is that? I just flip this page, random page, and it's talking about work efficiency. And about asking, you got to be asking yourself, how can I improve my work efficiency every day? Think about how people feel when they see you, when they talk with you, and create new forms of your work. So basically do the work but create the way you do it. It's interesting. So we can talk about different things, and of course you got to be talking about things that are related to your niche, to the problem that you're trying to solve, and talking about many things, many different things. You gotta be specific, but no one knows. So we'll see how it unfolds. But the reason is that I took 3 minutes. I spent 3 minutes and I have 3 different pieces of content I can present. So that's amazing. Okay, so this is how I'm going to be more efficient. And no more aiming, just shooting, baby. No more aiming, no more like, oh, am I holding the target, in the right way? Like, just fucking shoot, boom. It's all about, going after your goals, going after what you want. It's not about, preparing and getting in the right place so you can be perfect and get things done and just like, be amazing and how you can, like, do not overthink. It's about showing up. It's about showing up, producing the value, and leaving, moving on to the next thing. You can spend hours and days on filming these videos, but there's no reason of doing that. You gotta be shooting, baby, and I like your mindset. Okay, so it was day 53. It was random guy, and you can clearly see it was 30 minutes of my process, and it was 30 minutes of the process. when I talk with deeper voice, I tend to respect my voice even more. So I gotta be, you know, you see, you know, I have nothing to hide. Everything is, it's so clear. Everything is so natural and authentic, and this is my journey. There was day 53. It was a random guy here, and thank you for watching. God bless you.